But we're gonna go and get into our picks for this week because that's about all the major stories we have. So we're gonna go and get to our picks. But before we do that, I'm going to recap over last week's picks, and you guys are gonna sit here and take the abuse that I'm gonna give you. I am currently winning. I got 8 games accurate last week. Gian got 7, so Gion's only one behind me. And Frank, you got 2. You accurately predicted 2 spreads last week, Frank. Now, I'll make some clarifications because although 8 wins is still positive, it's not by much. I went 8-5. 2 things. One, we forgot to pick the Commanders game. I don't know if you guys noticed that. We forgot to pick the Commanders game, so we didn't get that one wrong. We forgot to pick that one, so I'm 8-5. Gian is 7-6, and Frank is 2-11. We forgot one of the games. Our bad. We will not do it again. And then I think we all picked Green Bay whenever Malik Willis was supposed to be the starter, and then Tannehill was starter. And so when Malik Willis plays, they don't let him pass, so it's just a running game, which obviously Derrick Henry's a beast, but all they have to do is predict a run every play. So I think that if Malik Willis had played, Green Bay would have won by 3, but not going to defend it. We made the bad picks. But anyway, I wanted to make that clarification. So I'm in the lead with 8 wins, John with 7, and then Frank with 2. You got some catching up to do. Also, if/when I win, what do you want, Gian?
Carolina pick, man, that was... I can't believe it.
Yeah, I picked Carolina plus 12 because, hey, guess what I said? That's too many points, and I was right. You guys are bums. Yeah. Anyway, when I win, you guys are buying me a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey because although I'm not my quarterback, not my team, he won me last week's fantasy, and in my head, I was like, hey, Jimmy G, if you score 25 points tonight, I'm going to get a Jimmy G jersey. I didn't say I was going to buy it. I said I was going to get one, and that's going to be from you two motherfuckers whenever I win. So you're buying me a Jimmy G jersey. Unless I change my mind, which I probably will. Anyway, we're going to go and get into this week's games. Bills at Lions. So it's a home game for the Lions. Lions plus 9, Bills minus 9. What do you guys got?
I'm going with the Bills.
Bills minus 9. All right, what about you, Frank?
Yeah. I know Lions are home, but gotta be Bills.
All right.
What did they do? I don't know, man. They didn't do that against the Browns. I know that this is obviously the Lions' home field advantage. The Lions have been playing well. I do not think that the Bills are going to cover, so I'll take.
You got Lions plus 9.
The Lions, yeah.
I'm honestly, I don't know. The Lions are hot right now. The Bills are bums right now. It's home for the Lions. But 9 points I feel like is not enough. I understand big spreads are like, all right, you take the plus, not the minus on big spreads. But with the Bills Lions, that feels like it should be like a plus 12, you know? But I don't know. I feel like 9 is right there at the line of what they might win by. I'm going to go Lions plus 9. I like MCDC. Home game. Probably going to regret this pick, but I'm going Lions plus 9. Next game, Giants at Cowboys. Cowboys minus 9, Giants plus 9. So same number, but it's now Cowboys for Giants. What are you guys thinking?
Django.
If Micah Parsons is healthy for this match, I got Cowboys all way.
You're taking Cowboys minus 9?
Yeah, I mean, Giants ain't got no one to defend with, and they got no receivers. They just got Saquon. It's got to be the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Look at Micah Parsons. DeMarcus Lawrence is also questionable.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And Anthony Barr.
Yeah, I'm picking Dallas minus 9 because it's also a home game for Dallas. So even if Parsons doesn't play, I mean, Giants cannot beat Dallas at home after their big upset, and the Dallas is hot right now. I think it's Cowboys minus 9.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys too.
Awesome. All right, next game is, let's see, Patriots at Vikings. Vikings are favored to win by 3 points.
I'll take the Vikings all day. I think this is a revenge game for them, though the Patriots always play well if they're playing on Thanksgiving. But I think that Justin Jefferson, maybe this is wishful thinking, but I think that he comes back and has another 30-point game because God knows I need it. So,
Yeah, I'm taking Vikings -3. After last week's loss, I feel like they have to make something happen here and get a big win. So I got Vikings -3. It's a tight spread, which I like. So Vikings have to win by a field goal or more. So I'm taking the Vikings -3 for sure.
I don't like this spread at all. I'm going to pick the Vikings. I don't like it at all. Simply because that defensive line by the Patriots is just so good, and we all saw what a defensive line did to Kirk Cousins last week. But Vikings need to come back. They need to get reassembled and get their crap together. So, yeah, Vikings all the way. Let's see what they do this week. It's going to be a tight game for sure. But I just can't see Patriots offense getting off too well. Well, maybe the running game, but
Yeah.
Vikings.
All right, let's go Broncos at Panthers. Broncos -2.5, Panthers +2.5. Very tight spread. What do you guys think? That feels wrong to only be 2.5 points, but I guess both teams suck.
Sam Darnold is playing. Both teams do just absolutely stink. They are hot garbage. I don't see Sam Darnold really doing anything better than what PJ Walker or Baker Mayfield have done this year. But that being said, I really don't see the Broncos doing too much better either. I made a mistake by picking the Broncos this last week, so I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Yeah, I feel like the Panthers is a safer play here just because they're favored to lose. So, they can lose by a point and your thing still hits. But I'm going Denver -2.5. Broncos country, let's ride. What about you, Gian?
I will not be doing that saying, but Broncos, Pat Surtain's playing. He's healthy. Latavius Murray took the starting job from Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon's not going to be around anymore to fumble. I think they're starting to get into high gear. Take that back. They're definitely not getting into high gear, but it's the Panthers. Panthers don't have really good running game. They don't have really good receivers other than DJ Moore. But I mean, Sam Darnold, DJ Moore, it's Sam Darnold. It's chicken feet Darnold. He isn't gonna get anything done there. Broncos defense is just too good. I got the Broncos on this one.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving over to Tampa versus the Browns. Tampa is favored to win by 3 points. Browns +3. I got Bucks -3. That's easy. I think the Bucks are back enough to make the playoffs and win the NFC South and beat the Browns. So I got. They're coming off a bye, aren't they? As well.
The Bucks are, yeah.
Yeah. The Browns.
It's in Cleveland though. So I don't know how well those Tampa Bay boys do with the Cleveland weather.
That's true.
But it's going to be cold. That's not. I mean, Tom Brady is used to that. Played in Foxborough for a while. Had some cold games there as well. I don't know, Gian. What are you thinking?
It's interesting you bring the weather into this. Being from Florida myself, when you transition, which I just recently came back up north from being in Florida for so long, it is a shock. So I mean, obviously they're prepared for this kind of thing, but weather does play a factor. Browns have a solid run game, but the Bucks have a solid run defense. It's really, it all comes down to, can Jacoby Brissett pull off a couple of nice passes to Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Njoku, Amari Cooper, to try to make this game competitive. I'm going to go with Tampa on this one.
I think the Browns.
Tom is.
I think the Browns need to try and keep Brady off the field. I think if Brissett just keeps the turnovers low and runs clock, that's what their play should be. I think if you get Brady on the field, you get him hot, you get the Bucks offense rolling, that's what loses you the game. So I think it's up to Brissett to keep turnovers low, not throw any interceptions, and give the Bucks more time than the Browns have. But I think the Bucks are still gonna win. Yeah, I got Bucks -3, just like you. I think that's the Browns.
Give me the Browns. Give me the Browns. I'm switching over to the Browns.
All right.
Tom Brady just lost a crap ton of money after that one crypto thing just went out.
His wife.
So you know what?
Brady's wife cheated on him. Brady's wife cheated on him. I got Tom Brady.
I'll take the Browns as well.
Good.
I'm
glad you guys disagree. That's my chance to get ahead on this week's picks. I like it. Thank you, boys. Ravens at Jaguars. Ravens are favored to win by 4 points. The hell line is that? Ravens -4. The Jaguars suck.
Yeah, I got Ravens all day.
Who's the home team?
Jaguars.
Jaguars? Okay, give me Jags.
Oh,
It's party time, baby.
good. Thank
Press
you,
that
Gian.
party.
I'm not even going to give an analysis.
It's time to lock down the bank. Jaguars all the way.
No analysis. The Jaguars are getting they're getting curb stomped. Anyway, moving on. Texans at Dolphins. Do you even want to hear the spread before you pick the Dolphins, Gian?
No spread needed. Dolphins are winning alt-right, money line, everything. Just everything.
Okay, the spread is -13. It is 2 touchdowns. They need to win by 2 touchdowns to get this spread.
Give me the Fins.
All right, what about you, Frank?
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to take the Fins, too. I don't think that Houston has been doing enough to... Although that is a big spread, and I got burned last week whenever I picked against that, but...
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna pick
actually,
Ooh,
13 is...
13 is a lot of
if we look
points,
at-
isn't it?
actually, I might take this back only because...
I'll take Houston.
Oh.
I take it back. So
Houston.
We got Gian with his home team. I picked my home team. Is Gian gonna be picking his home team, or is he?
I don't know, man. I mean, if you look at the Dolphins' last couple games, let's take a look here. Dolphins, let's see where they at. Where are my Fins at? So it's Dolphins, Houston. Dolphins last several games, they've been pretty close. Lions and Bears, 32, 27 points. Steelers within 6. Vikings within 8. 13 is a lot of points on the board.
Hey,
They blew
last
the Browns
week
out of the water.
you guys picked the
Yeah.
Ravens -12, and I said that's too many points, and I beat your asses for it.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. Give me the Fins.
All right.
That's right. We're blowing them out. We're blowing them out. Houston doesn't stand a chance at all. Houston is not going to score. They couldn't score against the Commanders. All right, we're talking about the Commanders. Give me the Fins.
Yeah, I'm taking the
Houston
Fins
is
too.
Not a team.
Yeah, I got the Fins. I mean, I love Tua. I just wanted to make you guys pick the Texans, and my bait worked for one of you.
I'm gonna take the Fins. I switched
No,
the pick.
no, Frank.
Yes. No. Rewind.
All right.
I'm taking that big back.
Here's the thing. I am writing this in pen, and I've already scratched out your answer twice to change it. Final decision right now, Frank. Fins or Texans?
Fins.
Okay, you're taking the Fins. So we just got straight Fins across the board.
A little more confidence. Fins are taking this baby.
It's a lot of points, but yeah, I can't bet on the freaking Texans, dude. They suck, and Tua's a freaking monster. Anyway,
Here's the thing. Week to rest. Tyreek's had a couple of ice baths. Got to chill out at the beach for the week. Tyreek is all perked up now. He's
oh
he's
yeah,
gonna
no,
take
Tyreek's
off. You
gonna get.
already
Let's
know.
You
say.
mean that literally or figuratively?
All right, here's my lockdown bet. All right, here's my lockdown bet for this weekend. Tyreek Hill has 500 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. That's my lock-in bet for this weekend.
We need to do a whole segment of just lock-in bets with Ethan.
Yeah,
where you
Tyreek Hill,
really
1,000
accurate.
receiving yards, 1,000 passing yards for Tua, and 1,000 rush yards for Jeff Wilson. That's my lock-in bet for this week. Parlay it and make yourself that thick bag. Moving on, Bears at Jets. Jets are favored -4.5. Bears plus 4.5. Justin Fields injured, but Zach Wilson's a bum. What are you doing here?
I don't know that they'll be starting Zach Wilson, so I'm gonna
Or
say
Justin Fields, that's the
another
thing.
Wishful thinking.
I mean, I guess they're going to
Yeah,
start
I'm
Zach
gonna
Wilson,
go
but
with-
he's a bum, you know?
Yeah, if they do start him, I don't know. I think they bounce back this week. I think Garrett Wilson takes the offense on his back, and I think James Robinson might be doing a little better this week than he did last week. So another wishful thinking bet, but I'll take the Jets +4
The Jets -4.
or -4.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm doing the same thing. It's just -4.5. I'm taking them. I feel like the Bears just suck, and Justin Fields is hurt. They got nothing. The Jets have good quarterback depth. They got Joe Flacco in there, who is disgusting with that football. So if Zach Wilson gets benched or whatever, I think they're still going to be fine. So I'm taking Jets -4.5. That's easy for me.
What's your lock-in pick with Joe Flacco?
My lock-in
going
pick for Joe Flacco is that he's going to have, maybe some quick math. He will have 4 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of the game. 4 passing touchdowns, I should say, in the last 2 minutes of the game. That's my lock-in bet for the Jets game. Joe Flacco. Pencil that in.
You heard it here first.
Parlay it with anything. Parlay. Do parlay. Parlay is good. Anyway, Gian, what's your pick? Jets, Bears.
I gotta go with the Jets because, like you said, they do have some quarterback depth. I just had to look up who the backup is for the Bears because they do not have any depth with Trevor Siemian. Barely know him. Barely seen him. Yeah, the Jets defense is too good. It's all Jets. Jets, Jets.
Yep.
Shout out to my
know.
man Joe again.
All right, let's
Trevor
go.
Siemian was playing future in the locker room in Denver, and they were playing well for him last year, so he might do the same thing.
Trevor
in
Siemian
Chicago.
is gross. Moving on, Tennessee versus Cincinnati Bengals with Joe Burr, Joe Shiesty, Joe
Oh,
Cool,
Shiesty.
Joey Ice, Money Man, Joe Burrow. Joe is good at football. Burrow. Cincinnati -1.5, Tennessee +1.5. So basically, who wins? Because it's a 1.5 point spread.
Cincinnati, I think. I don't see Tennessee beating Cincinnati this week unless Cincinnati has a injury that I don't know about.
Joe Mixon and Jamar Chase are questionable.
Yeah, Joe Mixon is out.
But we saw what they could do even without Joe Mixon. Samaje Perine had a phenomenal game. Let's
yeah.
take a look here.
I'm picking Bengals
I'm gonna take the
-1.5.
Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals. I don't see any reason not to. Their defense is still good enough to stop.
And you got Joe Burrow, who's a
Tannehill.
monster. They still got Tyler Boyd, T.
Yeah.
Higgins. I mean, you still got studs on that offense without them. What about you, Gian?
Yeah,
You
no,
taking
yeah.
Bengals or Tennessee?
If the Bengals O line can hold up, I like the Bengals defense better. I like their O line better. I like their quarterback better. Give me the Bengals. Bengals. What is it? +1.5.
-1.5.
-1.5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, give me the Bengals. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah. All right. Falcons at Commanders.
It looks like Jamar Chase might come back.
Oh, yeah. If Jamar
sorry,
Chase is
what?
back. If Jamar Chase is back, then yeah. I mean, even without him, I think they're going to win. But yeah. Moving on. Falcons at Commanders. Commanders are favored to win by 4. Atlanta +4. What are you guys doing here?
Taylor Heineke keeps his starting spot this week, and Chase Young comes back. So I think I got the Commanders.
Yeah, same here. I mean, now that Kyle Pitts is on IR, which I can't believe we didn't talk about that. Pitts
Yeah.
is, I think, he's done for the season. That's one less offensive threat that they have to worry about. So give me the Commanders.
Yeah.
I mean, Heineke's playing his ass off, and They have fairly decent receivers. I mean, you have Jahan Dotson there, you have Scary Terry, and then you have an okay running group. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm taking Commanders. It pains me to say it, but with Kyle Pitts being out, thing is, here's the thing: I watch every single Falcons game. The Falcons have 3 starting running backs playing for their team: Tyler Algier, Caleb Huntley, and Cordero Patterson. Every time they get the ball, they get 4+ yards. So that is great. If you're averaging over 4 or 5 yards a carry every time you touch that freaking ball, you are a great running back. The problem is they don't run the ball very much. They'll run it twice, get 3rd and 1, and then, let's let Marcus Mariota pass it to someone who is not going to catch the ball. And it's never Pitts. It's never Drake London. It's always some bum that you don't even know, and they lose. So I am picking Washington because now they have even less people to throw it to, and they're probably still going to try and throw it because Artie Smith is stupid, and I hate him because he won't run the ball. But if they do that, they win. But I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm taking Washington -4.
What's your lock-in pick with Washington?
Taylor Heineke will at least score a touchdown this game. Whether it's rushing, passing, or receiving, he'll do something. I'm telling you that. He'll throw the ball at least once that game. That's my bet. He'll have a 1+ pass attempt. Anyway, next game is Chargers at Cardinals. The Chargers are favored -4.5. LA Chargers -4.5. Arizona Cardinals +4.5. I got Chargers -4.5. That's easy for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
I'm
think,
actually.
I think the Chargers win by 5.
I actually think the Cardinals are going to win this one.
They got Colt McCoy. McCoy.
Kyler, that's right.
Is Kyler not playing?
Coming back?
I thought he was.
He's not coming back until after.
Didn't play yesterday.
Nope. Kyler, what's his name? Their head coach, whose name is escaping me at this point, said that Kyler might
Cliff
not be
Kingsbury.
back.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury said that he might not be. And, I mean, this has been the case with Cliff whenever he talks about people that have sustained big injuries. He'll say they're, like, day-to-day questionable, and they'll come back, like, 5 weeks later. So they are not going to have him. They're not going to have Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown.
That feels like it should be a bigger spread. I know the Chargers' record is deceivingly bad, but they're a good team. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are both back.
Yeah, exactly.
Mikey Mike is actually hurt. He tweaked his ankle mid-game over the weekend, so he might be out. He's questionable. He might come back. I don't see him doing too much, but you still have DeAndre Carter and Joshua Palmer who are still filling in. Gerald Everett is still out as well, but then you have Eckler and Isaiah Spiller. But I mean, the thing is with the Chargers, they're just riddled with defenses. They're on their 3rd string O-line, 3rd string defense essentially. But Colt McCoy is playing. That's if Kyler comes back, I got Arizona. Although it's kind of funny that his hamstring injury aligns when Call of Duty's out and whatnot. So I mean, hey, I love Call of Duty too. That being said,
You're picking the Chargers?
you know what? I don't want to, but I have to if Colt McCoy is playing.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I think that should be a bigger spread if Kyler's not playing. I feel like if Kyler's playing, 4.5 is a good spread. If he's not playing, I feel like it should be like 9 points. But
it's just that their defense is non-existent, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I mean. Like, if you have Colt McCoy, he's not going to move the ball as effectively. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we'll move on. Raiders at Seahawks. The Seahawks are favored to win by 3.5 points. Las Vegas +3.5. Seahawks are coming off a bye, if I'm correct.
yeah.
Seahawks
just came off.
Seahawks -3. Las Vegas sucks this year. In Seattle, Geno Smith's balling out. Even though I don't really like what I see with the Seahawks. I think they're gonna fall from the number 1 NFC West. They're not gonna lose to the Raiders, so I'm taking Seahawks -3.5. But it's just such a tight spread for some reason.
It's 3.5. See, I could see them winning by a field goal, but I don't know if I see them winning by 4 or more points.
What are they playing?
They're playing in Seattle.
I'll
Okay.
take the Seahawks then. You can't really bet
Yeah.
against them with
Give me
that.
the-
I
give
think
me the
Kenneth
Raiders.
Walker.
Did they give you the Raiders?
I'm actually going. Yeah, give me the Raiders. I like this. I like this game. This game smells like a trap. It is the Raiders all day.
It feels
All
like
day.
it feels like they want you to bet the Raiders with the spread. It feels like they want you to, because it's such a tight spread. It feels like they're like, you know what, go ahead and bet the Raiders. But you're picking the Seahawks,
You know
right,
what?
Frank?
No, I am going to take the Raiders as well because.
Yep. I'll go ahead and scratch out the Seahawks -3 that I wrote next to your name. No, that's good. It's all good. So yeah,
Yeah,
Raiders.
no,
So I'm the only one picking Seahawks -3.5. Okay. Anyway, moving on to my favorite spread of the weekend slate of games. You know how I say it's too many points sometimes. You know how, like, that's my thing when it comes to spreads. It's like, hey, that's too many points. Kansas City versus the Rams in Kansas. The spread is Kansas City -14.5.
Take Kansas City on that.
-14.5. That is over 2 touchdowns. You have to score more than 2 touchdowns more than the Rams. That is a massive spread. That is huge.
Yeah, I'm taking them.
I don't know.
We just done an entire segment dogging on how horrendous and just absolutely dumpster fire-esque the Rams have been. How their defense has done absolutely nothing. How they just lost a game that they should have won against the Saints. They lost that game by 2 touchdowns, right?
Well, here's the thing.
They lost it by 1.
The thing you got to
1
think about with
touchdown.
this is if the Chiefs get up by like 13 or 14 points and they just start running the ball instead of making passes and actually going for touchdowns, they just start running out the clock, then you lose because they win by 14 points and not 14.5. That's my thing. I think the Chiefs destroy the Rams, but I think they might get up by like 14 points and just start running the ball. And maybe they score a touchdown, maybe they kick a field goal, but maybe they don't. Maybe the Rams kick a field goal and make it a 10-point lead or something. I just think it's like whenever you are ahead by that many points, you don't make big plays and throw risky passes anymore. You run the ball and run out clock so you win. And I feel like at 14.5 points, that's at the range where you start just running the ball and hoping that the clock runs out and you just win. You don't go for any more big plays. That's my fear with that. I have no doubt if it was just an all-out play by the Kansas City Chiefs and the Rams, then the Chiefs win by fucking 50. But it's not. They're going to play smart and start running the ball and running out clock when they get up by that much. And if the Rams just kick a late field goal and they only win by 10 points or 13 or 14, then the spread doesn't cover. And that's my thing. That's what I don't know
To
about.
get ahead of you guys somehow. I made absolutely dumpster fire picks last week, so either they continue or unless you guys are picking the Chiefs, in which case I won't. But
What are you doing?
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking, man, because Chiefs got a good pass rush.
Well, here's my
Stafford
thing.
isn't Stafford. He doesn't have anyone to pass to. They have an running game, but tell me what you think, Ethan.
Man, it's like the Chiefs, man. Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. They have been for years now. I don't care if they haven't won every Super Bowl. They are the best team in the NFL.
Rams. Give me the Rams. 14 is too many points. Give me the Rams. The Rams have not lost a game by more than double digits, I don't believe. Give me the Rams. It's too early to be doing this with the Rams. Yeah, give me the Rams.
Man. I don't know. I hate this spread. I hate it. Man, I don't know. God. That's
Actually,
too many
no, they
points.
did lose. The Rams did lose by 2 touchdowns, but that was to the 40 by over 2 touchdowns, but that was by the 49ers.
who has the better offense, the 49ers or the
Chiefs.
Chiefs?
Chiefs have a better offense. They got Patrick. They got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
49ers is a better I think. Nope, 49ers for me, especially now with all the weapons.
You can look at their passing yards, passing touchdowns, rushing stats, anything. The Chiefs beat them. I think that they have more better positions. Like I think that the Niners have the better wide receiver one in Deebo Samuel. I think they have better running back with Christian McCaffrey, but Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce negate all that, especially when they have a good rapport with Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, Isaiah Pacheco, who's been actually pretty good the past few weeks. You got Andy Reid coaching. I think that the Chiefs are way more effective on the offense than the Niners. On paper, the 49ers sound better. They don't score as much.
Yeah, they don't score as much, but I still feel like the 49ers are a better offense. You got Kyle Shanahan there. He's
not as good as Andy
Jimmy
Reid.
Garoppolo, a decent quarterback.
Kyle Shanahan is nowhere
Jimmy
near.
Garoppolo was,
Andy Reid is leagues above Kyle Shanahan. Leagues. They're not even in the same ballpark.
I'd say they're both in the same
Kyle Shanahan
league,
was
but
the best coach.
That's just me. That's just me.
Kyle Shanahan was the best guy in the league right after the Falcons went to the Super Bowl. Then he was a good coach. He was bad or anything, but he is not as good as Andy Reid. Andy Reid has a different playbook for every single game, and it works every single time. Andy Reid is a genius.
Not only that, he has a different way of like accentuating the strengths of a different offensive player each game. With obviously Kelsey's and Mahomes are his consistent, but he'll just spread the ball to numerous different receivers. I mean, this week, they didn't have Juju, they didn't have who did they not have? Some other people, and they did a decent job with getting Kelsey the ball. And 2 weeks ago, it was I think Scantling and Pacheco. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking, as much as I'm defending the Chiefs right now, I'm picking the Rams because that's just too many points. 14.5 freaking points is too many. That's like a college game spread. It's Rams plus 14.5. Oh, what about you, Frank? Are you picking the Chiefs since we both picked the Rams? Okay. Kansas City minus 14.5. All right, moving on after that. All right, on to the Niners game. Good for us. San Francisco versus New Orleans. Niners minus 9, New Orleans plus 9. I am picking the Niners minus 9.
I'm going to take New Orleans. I don't think the Niners cover that spread.
Wait, what?
What are you picking,
so
Gian?
I think Chris Olave goes off again. I think he has another. I think he has
Gian,
2 touchdowns.
you just said the Niners are a better offense than the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So if you don't pick them, then
hey, teams go offense and defense, and I kind of. But here's the thing. The Saints don't really have anyone else to throw to other than Jarvis Landry and Chris Olave. Olave's been a great rookie. This game, the Niners defense is going to stop them. Give me the Niners. Niners 9 points sounds pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Give me the Niners.
All right.
Kyle Shanahan is a tactical genius, man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. Kyle Shanahan's a good coach. He's not as good as Andy Reid, but he's a good coach. Packers at Eagles. Eagles minus 7. That feels like a very low spread to be at home against the bum Aaron Rodgers Packers. Green Bay plus 7. Philadelphia minus 7. I feel like that's easy.
Give me Green Bay on this one. We saw last week with the Colts game what Dallas Goedert meant to the team. Especially with blocking for run plays or being that like fourth guy out there. The other backup tight ends, too many penalties. They weren't as effective as Goddard has been. And then obviously we still have A.J. Brown dealing with an injury. Packers aren't the best, but I could totally see them keeping the game close. Aaron Rodgers is probably pretty upset with himself.
Yeah,
at least I'm hoping so because he was atrocious last week. So, yeah,
I'm gonna pick.
Give me the Packers on this one.
I'm gonna do the same thing because I forgot that AJ Brown was hurt. I knew Dallas Goedert was, and I was like, yeah, but they still got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. AJ Brown's hurt. I gotta go Green Bay plus 7. This is your last chance, Aaron Rodgers, to not let me down. Aaron, Green Bay plus 7. What about you, Frank?
I'm gonna take Green Bay as well.
Okay.
I don't see Yeah, I just don't.
This is
see-
week 2 of all of us picking Green Bay, and we're all gonna lose. Moving on. Monday night, Steelers at Colts. Colts are favored to win by 2.5. Pittsburgh +2, and it's in Indianapolis, so I got Colts
I'll
-2.
take the Colts. Yeah, I'll take the Colts. I think they win
me the
by a field goal
Steelers.
easily.
Give me the Steelers.
All right, you're what?
You heard it here. Gian is not a believer in Jeff Saturday. He doesn't think Jeff Saturday can do his job.
Jeff Saturday.
Oh, here's
Don't
the
get me
thing, though.
wrong.
I'm gonna argue against myself. I'm still picking the Colts because I love the Colts. Anyway, the thing with Pittsburgh is that Mike Tomlin has never had a negative season, ever. Ever.
Yeah.
And he's got to start winning some games to keep that up. But they also suck this year, so yeah, I'm picking Colts.
So
All right.
what's the spread?
2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
Colts to
Ooh.
win. It's tight.
Give me the Steelers.
Okay, cool. So that's all for this week. We have done all of them this week. I made sure we have done all these things. So there we go. That about wraps it up. An hour and a half today. Good stuff, boys.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, everyone, for tuning in. Come back next week for us to do the same thing again. We're going to talk about the big games, give our picks.
Like
Maybe
and subscribe.
like and subscribe, yep. And you will see me win every single prediction this week and just destroy Gian and Frank. But until then,
Yeah.
have a safe rest of your week. Same thing to you boys. And
Happy Thanksgiving.
yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy football
Yeah.
Thursday. Have some turkey. Have some stuffing. Enjoy the time with your guys' families.
for
So,
sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Happy
man.
Thanksgiving to everyone.
Stay safe out there. Stay warm. Stay frosty. Take it easy, y'all.